How would you like to start your sports coaching business in just 7 days? I call this the accelerator effect because, as Jeffrey Imlet, the CEO of GE, once said, when you put your foot on the gas in this company, the car moves forward. Now, while that might sound blatantly obvious, the number of sports coaches that can honestly say that about their business is small. The truth is, when most coaches step on the gas pedal, the car may or may not go forward, and if it does, it may not go in the expected or desired direction. Even sports coaches who do succeed in getting the car to move forward for a given time live in a constant state of fear that the car may stop again at any given time. For many coaches, most of them in fact, this is the reality they face. Each day experimentation and hope and determination meet the cold, unknown and unexpected. With any luck as a result, the car may move forward today. And if it doesn't go forward today, maybe it will go forward tomorrow. Perhaps it will go in the direction, or it will go for a bit longer than a short period of time, but who knows? Only coaches with a predictable system for attracting and closing students can say, when I put my foot on this gas, the car moves forward. Hi, my name is Sasi Kumar, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to share exactly how myself and my clients have installed predictable revenues in their sports business and how you can do the same. I'm also going to share with you the biggest mistake coaches are making when it comes to getting students. The two things that six-figure coaches have present in their business that the strugglers don't. The simple, proven, 5-step system that can get you started with your sports coaching business right now. These are the exact same strategies that I've used to grow my sports business to 7 figures in the last decade and help dozens of others to grow their sports business. You see, over the last 15 years, I built a 7-figure sports business upon my retirement as a professional footballer. I started a football academy, a sports marketing agency, a media company, and many other businesses in the sports industry. This has allowed me to travel the world and meet some really cool people. In the last 6 months, I've committed to helping a group that are keen to take the same path as me, of course minus the mistake I did at the start. These folks are committed to exploding their business result, having a lot of fun in the process. So if you are a sports coach looking to have a predictable way to generate student signups on demand and explode your business to the 6-figure level, then you are definitely in the right place and you're going to love what I'm about to share with you. Now, the top 3 people who I work with fall into the following categories. Sports coaches looking to start their coaching business, sports coaches currently who have a business that's running, other sports related businesses like facilities, services and products. This is one of my clients, Neil Mellor, a former Liverpool and West Ham striker who launched his own social media agency that manages top-level athletes when it comes to their social media accounts. Neil needed some help with putting systems in place and wanted a clear message to take to market, as his target audience are multi-million-pound sportsmen. Since he started working with me, Neil fixed the way he's approaching his business, and he's set to increase his monthly revenue by at least 4 times by just putting some much needed systems in place. Here's another client, Hans Beekman from Belgian soccer schools in Belgium. He started working with me when he felt his business was stuck and couldn't grow. Since working with me, he has increased the numbers at his soccer school by at least 30% and is looking to start marketing his online courses with the system I've built for him. His personal health has also improved tremendously as he dropped almost 7 kg with a strict regime we put together to get the best out of him both mentally and physically. Another client, Bernard Williams, a former basketball pro. He's been running a basketball academy in Singapore for the past 25 years and the business has not seen any growth. But since working with me, he has been able to grow at a breakneck speed and discovered an additional 20,000 a month with this predictable student sign-up system that I'm about to share with you today. This is Jason Jarrett's, a former Premier League footballer who has played for Wigan Athletic and Bury United. After his retirement from the professional game, Jason launched a sports coaching business called Pro Ball Sports that coaches kids in various sports. Jason was very good at coaching, but without having a system in his business, he could not grow and get the revenue he was after. Now, Jason is on course to be at least in 30 schools in his region to provide coaching services. Now, the best thing about this predictable client system is you can target any customer who's ready to buy now. It's based on working with any budgets. It's also based on proven results. Now, in the sports coaching business, I'm sure you notice that people fall in these 2 categories. Grinders, people who make some money sometimes and no money most of the time, or spend way too much time making too little. Rainmakers, people who are absolutely crushing it, making more and more money and spending less and less time. What is it that makes some coaches make money, live their dream life, while other coaches make less than what they can in a full-time job and struggle to make rent? After talking to hundreds of coaches and being in this industry for many years, I've realized that the rainmakers have two key things in place, while the grinders have only one of the two or sometimes none. And the truth is that if you have both of these things in place for your coaching business, it becomes very easy and predictable to make £100,000 or more per year. Well, the best way I can explain this to you is the story of how the Wright brothers invented the world's first flying aeroplane. Back in 1903, the race was on all around the world to invent the first plane that could fly, and most people became utterly obsessed with the engine. People started building larger and larger engines with more and more horsepower, strapping them to planes, completely ignoring the aerodynamics on the wings. Well, this resulted in some of the fanciest, most powerful engines the world had ever seen. But it also resulted in planes that couldn't get off the ground and were great to look at but completely useless. But the Wright brothers took a different approach. While the whole world obsessed with engines, the Wright brothers obsessed with the plane and its aerodynamics. They first focused on a plane that could glide without an engine, and then when they had the recipe right, they strapped an ordinary engine, and voila, the world's first flying plane was invented. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and let the next point really sink in. Because it's a big one, it's almost the exact opposite to what everybody else out there is feeding you. Today in the sports business industry, we are repeating the history of the engine obsession. They are obsessed and frenzied over technology, while in reality, they are strapping a larger and more powerful engine to a fundamentally flawed plane. Now remember how I told you the coaches who are killing it have two things in place and the grinders and the struggling bunnies don't? Well, those two things are understanding how to get your first couple of paying students, a proven system that will keep them coming back for more. Because it comes down to this. If you don't have a system to acquire new students, you don't have a business. Now let's get down to business and show you exactly how you can find your first paying students today. Here's how. I present to you my 5 steps formula. I'll explain each and every point in detail so that you can take away some tactics that you can implement today. Step 1. Identifying your niche. It's really important for you to know who you want to serve and who you're going after. You need to focus on one offering at the start. Once you have been doing this for a while, you can then slowly diversify. At the beginning, stick to one. Decide if you want to do group training or private one-on-one sessions. Both have their merits, but you must be comfortable with what you're offering. Then, you will also need to focus on whether you want to offer team training or specialist training. You might be a goalkeeper or a striker and want to specialize in that. Pick and choose one and build a brand around it. Step 2. Confirm a location for the session. Pretty obvious, but when you are starting out and validating your business, don't go and hire expensive training facilities in the hope that people will turn up. If they don't, you'll end up losing money. Identify an open space, park, or just a patch of grass which is safe and secure for you to conduct your free session, which I'll be talking to you about next. Step 3. Create a social media post. Next, you want to be offering a free session to recruit your first few paying clients. Unless you have a strong reputation of being a local star in your area, parents will want to know what you have to offer before they part with their hard-earned money. Go to canva.com and create these social media post graphics like the one featured here. Before you say that you don't have any graphic design skills, this platform is extremely easy to use. Ensure you have the right message on the graphic, and you can use mine as an example. Step 4. Join local parents groups on Facebook. Seek permission to be part of the groups and start posting your social media posts you've just created. Try and repeat this in as many groups in your local area as possible. All my suggestions here are free, no advertising investments needed. If you do this right, you should get anywhere between 10 to 20 inquiries from this exercise itself. Step 5. Get the parents on a call before your session. This action is crucial for you to close the sign-ups later. When they text you after reading your post, arrange to make a call with them. Make sure you have a pen and paper and ask them questions about their child. For example, how old is he or she? How long has he or she been playing football? Favorite team, favorite player, strengths and weaknesses. Keep a file on every child, as your free sessions will be spent fixing the weaknesses of the child who attends. This call is also to build rapport and trust with the parents, allowing them to trust you with their child for an hour. Of course, there are more things to address when the kids eventually turn up at your session, but that will make this video go for another 2 hours and we both don't have enough time. So there you go, my 5-step formula to get you started. You will finally have that accelerator pedal that moves your business forward when you want it today. To execute this predictable client system correctly, you need to get these 4 things in alignment, and I refer to them as cracking the code. The 4 things are message, market, media, and systems. When you have all these 4 things in alignment, you can unlock the code and literally have some amazing results, just like my clients have experienced. This is Alex Mitchell. Before he started working with me, he had the intention to take out a business loan to launch his business. I advised him against it during our discovery call, especially if his idea is not validated. We worked on his idea, giving him clarity on what his offer was going to be and who will be his key partners to launch this business. We worked on Alex gaining some valuable experience working with an existing healthy foods business before he takes the plunge. After weeks, we were able to identify and negotiate a deal for Alex to take over a profitable business for £1 at takeover through a business buying strategy I taught him. Alex is already using the same strategy to identify his next 2 business to purchase. This is Paul Bignett. Paul is a professional footballer that started a sports film editing company as a hobby. By introducing the systems in his business, Paul was able to triple his income in just a couple of months. Right now, just like Alex, Paul is identifying production companies to acquire using my business buying strategies in the UK. Now again, you have to have the right systems to be able to do this and get these results. You can do it the hard way, which is like going up to a lock and trying to guess the code. But you know there are more than 10,000 possible combinations on a 4-digit lock. Well, you can try and crack it yourself, or who knows, maybe you will find a combination that works in a year or 2 or 3, but most probably never ever. Or you can do it the easy way and just get the code to unlock it and get the results immediately. And that's what I do all day in my own business and for my clients and their businesses. Well, by now you probably were thinking, how can I get this predictable system in my sports coaching business that's going to give me a good income? Because right now I'm looking for a few more of my dream clients where I can help them get these kind of massive results that I've just shared with you. That's why for a limited time, I like to work with you on a marketing strategy session if you meet the criteria below. See, I work with primarily 2 types of clients. Someone who wants to start a sports coaching business, or someone who wants to grow their current business. So here's how the process works. We will be focused on a specific and custom tailored strategy and execution to help you solve the biggest problems that most sports coaches face. This marketing strategy will take around 30 minutes and you will be speaking with me personally, and I'm helping you identify what you've already got and helping you put together a strategy to dramatically grow your business by 3, 4, even 5 times without increasing the amount of time you spend in your business. So who's this for? Well, this is for sports coaches who are brand new, sports coaches who are already selling one-on-one or group coaching, etc. People who know that they are good at what they do and believe that they can dominate their marketplace and make high 6-figure income. People who truly love helping others and value results above anything else. Understand that they need to have some skin in the game and invest in themselves. So who is this not for? This is not for people who only like the idea of having a sports coaching business but won't act on it. People who make excuses and complain. People who are stuck in information gathering mode and are not prepared to take action and get results. People who are not serious about growing their business by another £100,000. Now, knowing that we're a good fit is crucial because I like to get all of my clients results and work with them for the long term, and to do that, I need to get them quick ROI, and the truth is that there are some people who I cannot help, and if that's the case, I'll be 100% upfront with you and suggest someone else or an alternative. I'm only looking for those who are a good fit and who I can certainly help to get results for. The first step is to complete an application for a private strategy session below, and this application is necessary to determine that I can help you and I'm the best person to help you generate those results. And if you are ready to step up, commit, take action, and do the required work to generate results. Now, once I receive your application, you'll be able to schedule a time with me to conduct your strategy session, and this is where we will really start working together to figure out what you want and how to make it happen in the fastest time possible with predictability. And then at the end of the call, one or two things will happen. Either you'll be a good fit and I'll extend an invitation to work with me as one of my clients, or it's not a good fit, that's totally okay too, and there's no hard feelings or obligations or anything. Either way, you'll receive an insanely valuable strategy session and you'll walk away with a newfound clarity as to where you're right now and what's holding you back from achieving the results you want. That, together with exact next steps necessary to take action and break through your barriers. It will likely be the most valuable 30 minutes you invest in your business this year. So go ahead and complete the application now, and we'll see if you're a good fit for doing business together. Right now, I have over 50 coaches apply in the last 30 days, so this opportunity is extremely limited because of the intense one-on-one time needed in order to provide you with the results, and it's because, as I said before, I only work with clients who I know with certainty and conviction that I can generate them results and a return on their investment. Out of every 50 that apply, I can generally work with about 10 clients at a time, and right now, 7 of these 10 spots are currently filled up, and I'm looking to fill the last 3 as quickly as possible. So with that being said, please understand that this window of opportunity won't be available for long, and what I've found out is that those who have the ability to make decisions and act quickly are the most likely to get results and most likely to become my best clients and crush it together for years to come.